Hi, we are the astrologers of Pandora Astrology. I'm Jamie Kale Miller, and today I'm in Reading, Pennsylvania,
And I'm Julia Mijas, joining in San Francisco.
just as usual. And today we want to tell you about the full moon in Pisces that's coming up later in the month. We're calling it penetrative intuition because of the involvement of Pluto. And as you can see, there's not too much going on with this moon. It's not a super complicated moon, not like the new moon earlier this month. But there's some beautiful harmony happening here, especially with these water and earth themes going on. So Pluto is a water planet. It trines the moon, also a water planet in a water sign. So actually all three manifestations of water are showing here because the moon rules Cancer. So the moon is standing in for that archetype. Pluto rules Scorpio, standing in for that archetype. And then the moon is in Pisces too. So lots of water. And then we have Pluto in the sign of Capricorn, trining the sun in Virgo. So lots of earth as well. So there's a balancing act going on here between Virgo, very detail oriented, very even perfectionistic, can get critical and judgy, but it's placed opposite this moon in Pisces, which is super compassionate, very empathetic, very soft and permeable and boundaryless even in a lot of ways. And then Pluto is helping them to sort it out. So Julia, would you share your thoughts about full moons in general, as well as this one in particular?
Yeah, well, full moons, they occur when we reach a perfect 180-degree aspect known as an opposition. And oppositions do have a tendency to play out in our relationships too. So we can tend to feel sort of full moons, either they tend to be a bit more relational, and they can also be the closing of a project that may have been started by the new moon 2 weeks earlier. There's a much more sort of conclusive quality to a full moon versus the initiating quality of a new moon. So yeah, and then this particular one with that moon in Pisces, Pisces is such a mystical, intuitive sign, and having that supportive sextile from Pluto, which is this planet that can really plumb the depths, it adds a lot more. And this is a supportive sextile, so it adds a lot more depth to this moon. This moon makes me think of being able to kind of hold a difficult conversation with somebody, be able to have compassion for somebody else and really know like what pain they're experiencing, and to be sort of unafraid of being more vulnerable too with it as well, with that Pluto in there.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I would say for those who are involved in a course of therapy, especially if it's cathartic in its nature, you've been maybe digging around, looking for something deep inside yourself that you haven't really been able to uncover yet, or hypnotherapy would be advantaged by this too. A really good time for those sorts of things, or recovery work, sobriety, those sorts of things, because Pluto brings, not only this quality of depth and penetration, into those depths, but also it has this quality of like powerful relentlessness, a kind of an unstoppability. So if you've been looking for, a suppressed memory, or you've been working on trauma, this moon could provide an occasion for that, for the dam to break, so to speak. What was my other thought in there as you were talking and saying all that good stuff? Yeah, I think that full moons have very much the feeling of things coming to a peak, things coming to a head.
Yeah.
It has this parallelism with Libra in the zodiac and its quality of harvest. So this is like when you really see something emerging and like, coming to a head, fructifying, if you will, and really ready for some major harvest. But it has these Piscean qualities too. And so there's a lot more gentleness, a lot more compassion, and a lot more emotional depth. So this could be a really powerful moon for, Julie, as you were saying, those conversations that maybe, are overdue or deferred, or where, you know, you need to reveal a secret. And,
Oh,
and it
great.
could go really well, you know, like maybe if you've been thinking about telling your spouse about that affair you had a couple of years ago that's now over, this could
Yeah.
be a good time to reveal that information and, you know, do some damage control. Okay, well, I think we're done with that one. Hope you enjoyed it. You can find this video on our YouTube channel, Pandora Astrology, in the September 2021 news playlist, along with other good stuff. And you can find our website, pandoraastrology.com, where you will find the monthly forecast with more information about the news of this month, along with horoscopes are to be found there, and you can get readings and take classes as well. Until next time, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.
Bye-bye.